Alright, welcome back. Vape Dr. Dan here again, and today we're going to be doing a simple macro coil build. I've got a list here. It's come to my attention that I should do some basic beginner builds as well. So, I'm going to write down a list here of all of the coils that I can possibly think of to do. I haven't gone through it all. But if you have something that you want to see on the list, let me know, and I'll throw it on there, and we'll get to it. And yeah, it'll be great. So, first off, I've got to go over the tools that we're going to need. So, I've got my pair of needle nose jobbies here, wire cutters. It's best if you have the ones with the flat edge so you can get in there close. Get in close to clip off leads, etc. We got our 26 gauge Canthal Vapo wire, Vapor's Choice organic Supima cotton. We got our RDA, of course. I need that. My little velocity clone. An ohm meter. This is handy for checking out the ohms. If you're using a mech mod or something like that, and you want to make sure you know what it is before you throw it on there. I am using my Sigelli 50 watt rather than a mech mod, just because I don't have a mech mod. And I like my Sigelli 50 watt a lot. So that's that. I need my little Allen wrench for the posts, scissors, cut the cotton, set of precision screwdrivers. So a simple macro coil build. I'm going to take another tube and then let's start building. Oh! That'll be on the blooper reel. I didn't realize it was. Okay, excited to use my super new, fancy MacGyvered up close view. So I'm going to use this ohm meter as a base, so I can still vape away as I build. Screw my RDA right on there, pop off the top. Now, as you can see, 2 posts, 4 holes, so I can build a double coil build on this. I'm going to take my Vapo wire, just pull off a stretch of it, and that's probably going to be enough. Not a whole heck of a lot, but you don't need a whole heck of a lot. So, you want to keep your finger on the wire. Ooh, make sure that it doesn't unspool and go crazy all over the place. Just like that. And then pull the extra bit there, just so we can pop it right through that hole again in the side. If I can get it through the hole. I know there's a joke there somewhere. And there we go. That's all secured, and away we go. Now I'm going to take my Canthal. Now, macro coil is anything that's above a 5/64 drill bit, so, or 5/64 coil width. So I'm taking my 9/64 screwdriver. I'm just gonna pinch it between my thumb and my index finger as tight as I can. I like to use the grooves of the screwdriver. I find it helps. Just wrap it as tight as I can. 1 wrap. 2 wraps, 3 wraps, 4 wraps, 5 wraps, 6 wraps, 7 wraps. We're going to do 8 wraps. 8 wrap coils, why not? 8 wraps, as tight as we can get them. If you can't get them super tight, don't be too worried because it's on the screwdriver. We can just go like that. Squeeze her down a bit. Wow. There we go. Then this one lead back. And that lead over there. So we got a nice looking coil. Let's see if I can get that in focus better. There we go. So it's not perfect, but it'll do because we'll pinch it up when we get it all pulsy and whatnot. So one lead shorter than the other, so it looks like that. Okay, and since I was able to wrap the other one off camera, I got, well, doesn't look so much better than the other one. It actually looks worse, but that's okay because we're gonna throw the RDA on to our. Well, first, let's get this all put together before I get ahead of myself here. So I'm gonna put one lead, the long lead, up into the top of the negative post and the bottom of the positive post. Use my screwdriver, get it in there nice and set. Right about the middle is where I want it. And just hold it in place with the screwdriver. You don't want the coils touching the posts at all, because it will short out. Bad stuff happens. Alright, grab my little Allen wrench here. And we're just going to give that a quick little screw. Oops. I could probably take that out. For the time being. Screw that top post in. You want to make sure you screw it in tight, but you don't want to clip the lead off because it'll read as a short, and again, bad stuff happens. It's not gonna. If you're using a regulated mod, it probably just won't fire. But if you're using a mech mod, bad stuff happens. All right, so here's our first coil screwed in. Starting to look more like an Addy. All right, so take my clippers, get in there and clip the leads as close to the post as I can get. Just gonna tilt it up a bit. All right, one coil is installed. Second coil, long lead up top. Oops. Long lead up top. Short lead down low. Use our screwdriver, straighten her out. Position her a bit. Ooh, we're going crazy town here. You know what, I'm going to flip that over. I'm going to do it the other way this time. Long lead down low, short lead up top. Screwdriver for positioning. And now we're cooking with oil. Woo! Get in there with the Allen wrench, screw it down. Position the coil a little more. And then we'll get in this other side and screw it down. This is why I am sad that my screwdriver Allen bit stripped. That's what happens when you buy tools at the dollar store. Great for about a day. Okay, we got two coils in there. Let's see if I can get that focused better so you can see what's going on. I think that's as good as it gets. So you see, just trying to leave a little room from the, actually, speaking of a little room, we should push that just a touch over. And grab our clippers. Snippy, snippy. Snippy, snippy. Let's do this on camera, if I can. Oh, that's if I use them the right way. No wonder I couldn't get so close to the coil. There we are. Alright, those leads are a little longer. That's okay, we'll just push them over to the side. And Let's turn on our meter, check it out. It's being wonky. Oh, there we go. Plug it in the rest of the way. We have a 0.72. It's 0.72. It looks like what it settled on. I'm gonna just make sure I got all those screws tightened up. Sometimes it jumps around in resistance when they're not tight enough. So it's not getting a full contact type thing. So let's try that again. 0.78. Okay. So, get that all unscrewed. Take another toot. And take our tank off the mod. Because, woo! I'm throwing stuff around now off camera, thank God, so you guys can't see me being an idiot. But you can hear me. Alright, so now we're screwing it onto the mod here. Terribly out of focus. That's okay. So what we're going to do now is just pulse them gently until they get super red hot. Oh, my battery's dying. Great. Another thing I should have checked before I did this video. That's okay. I have spares right on hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Together. Alright, pulse, pulse, pulse. We want to get them blowing nice and evenly. So we'll just pulse them to get them hot. Pinch them together. Straighten it out. Straighten it out. Okay, it wants to be jerkish. Yeah, pulse, pulse, pulse. Get it hot again. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Okay. That one looks like it's glowing nice and from the inside. Let's try this one. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Pinch. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Okay, that one needs a little more work. Get some hot spots in that coil. Straighten it out. Just a touch. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Alright, we're getting some even glow. Heating up and cooling down from at the same rate. Why is this not focusing? There we go. So, you want them to heat up and cool down at the same rate from the middles of the coils. Alright, we got that. Woo! Knocking the mount around. Alright, so now we're going to start the wicking process. Grab some of our cotton. Supima cotton. Bought at Cold Turkey Vape Shop. My favorite vape shop. Look for a piece that'll work about right. It should be good. I've cut up a bunch already from other builds. I've been building like a madman. I just love to build. So what I'm doing is I'm just rolling one end. So I got a nice little nub there that I can stick through the coil. So I stick it through just like that. And why it won't focus, I have no idea. Something to work out for future videos, I suppose. And I'm going to grab this wick and pull it through. About there. So, it looks kind of like a giant bow tie. If I can stretch out this other side here. Okay. And there we have it. One side wick. We're just going to flip it over with our screwdriver here. And actually, we're going to cut off some of that wick because that's a ridiculous amount of wick. Way too much. Just eyeball it, probably about there. Alright. Tuck it over and stick it into our juice well. Tuck and flip and tuck, flip and tuck. And just take this screwdriver and poke it right in there. Flip. If it wants to listen to me, flip and tuck. Tuck it right in there. You want to make sure that you keep a hole underneath the coil just so that you've got some airflow going on. That's one side. Grab another piece. I don't have another one that is like this. Oh, here we go. I do have another one. Oh no, it's not. It's too thin. Okay, a lot of talking to myself here as I build. I do that. It's no fun if you can't talk to yourself and be goofy while you're building. I love to be goofy. I get Mickey, he gets all the chicks. So again, nice chunk of wick. Twist up the end. So you got a little nubbin you can poke through. Fire it on through there. Just so that you can grab it on the other side and pull through. Fluff it out. This cotton takes a while to break in. And I don't think I need to cut it. I think I eyeballed it about right that time. So I'm going to flip it under and tuck it in. If it'll listen to me. Doesn't want to listen. Oh! That'll be a good one for the blooper reel. Make sure I keep that section of video. Okay, let's try this again. I'm going to just bend that coil up just a touch. You want to make sure that while you're doing this, you don't fire the coil. I usually lock it. I forgot to this time. So, the reason for that is not only worrying about short circuits, but you'll burn the crap out of your dry cotton, and that's all sorts of bad news. Waste of wick is what that is, and then you got to start all over again. It's just a pain in the butt. Okay, I think you're just about tucked enough. Is this gonna let me have any airflow in between? Yep. Alright. So just so you can see, you want to have a little bit of airflow in there on both sides. Then, this is a new juice that I'm trying out. Leprechaun by Divine Juices. One of the recommendations at Cold Turkey. I got to spend points on it, so I didn't have to spend a dime. Doesn't want to open. Why are you doing this to me, juice? There we go. Okay, so juice her up. Woo! A little bit of a juice explosion. This is why it's good. Have yourself a shop towel or paper towel base to work on. I'm just gonna paint juice. And some more. Just until that cotton is totally saturated. I'm working with a 4 milligram. I forgot to check the flavor profile on this too to find out what it was, but it tasted good when I tried it on the sampler. And juice. Okay, something happened, but you can see I have my coils all wicked up and juiced up. Let's check it out. Vapors. Alright. Let's take it back up to regular view. Alright, so that's all juiced up, wicked up, ready to go. That new juice smells good. I can't wait to try it in a dripper instead of just on the store tanks. Open up my airflow nice and wide. My little robot face. Ooh, robot happy face. And line her up with the coils. Except for it didn't line up properly. There we go. Nope. Why didn't you line up? There we go. So, let's give her a toot. Check it out. Holy vapors. Yeah, so as I was saying, my friend looked it up and it's supposed to be apples with vanilla and yeah, I'm definitely getting all the flavors off this. A little bit of cream too. It's delicious. Tons of vapor production. Tons of flavor. Definitely am enjoying this. Oh, and apparently after we're done, all said and done, we're actually at a 0.5 ohm. Juice is delicious. Coil setup. Love it. It's not too hot, not too cool. Let's open up the airflow all the way. Take a look. Oop, that is making it closed. We're almost there. Where's my little happy face? Looks like a bit of a surprised face now. I don't know if you can see that in the dark. There's my flashlight. Surprise face. Surprise robot face. Alright, let's give it a try. Oh, super dense vapors. Super delicious vape. It's great. Love the macro coil setup. Yeah, I've been trying these twisted wire things just because I like to tinker with things and try things on my own. But it's nice to go back to a regular old build. So that's the macro coil. Next time it'll be a micro coil. That one is the 5/64 bit. Unless somebody comes up with a cooler one for me to build next. Maybe I'll alternate. My Mondays will be my special builds, and my during the week vids will be all sorts of all over the place stuff. So, keep on vaping, keep it cool, and remember, stay Smurfy.